Clark Majestic World, where 2 Chinese nationals were arrested for kidnapping a Chinese and a Vietnamese national. Yan pong mga usapin na yan ay nakakabit naman sa Pogo. Si Asierto ang unang nagbanggit ng koneksyon ni Michael Yang. Pero imbis na umaksyon o mag-imbestiga pa na mas malalim, former President Duterte resorted to threatening the life of Colonel Asierto. Akala ko ba war on drugs tayo? Anong nangyari? The reports relayed to us by Colonel Asierto only support the participation of several high-ranking officials, including Senator Bato de la Rosa, Director General Aaron Aquino, Senator Bongo, Director General Wilkins Villanueva, and of course, Alan Lim, Michael Yang, Li Wenxiong, Johnson Chua, and Yan Yishu. Umabot po sa matataas na opisyal na ito ang report ni Colonel Asierto. Inuulit ko po, walang nangyari. Nariyan din po si Arturo Las Cañas, a self-confessed former original member and hitman of the Davao Death Squad and a retired police intelligence operative and investigator. Unang lumutang ang pangalan niya sa mga investigasyon noon sa Senado noong taong 2017. Una, sabi niya walang Davao Death Squad. Ngunit binago niya ang kanyang mga binitawang statements sa Senado at agarang itinuro si former President Duterte. Sa kanyang 186-page affidavit na nakita rin ng Quad Committee na kwento ni Las Cañas ang tungkol kay Mr. Duterte at mga taong lagi niyang kasama, whether it be about drugs or about kill orders. Nagtatandem po ang usapin ng droga at ang extrajudicial killings or EJK. Incidentally, in his affidavit, Las Cañas recounts the infamous Domoy Laboratory. Ibang tao ang nagsabi, ngunit pareho ang kwento nila. The most compelling point of the narration was the fact that Las Cañas and company supposedly received 500,000 pesos from former President Duterte himself after 11 Chinese nationals who were Shabu Laboratory chemists and workers were killed. Maaalala po natin na inamin din ni former President Duterte na inubos niya daw ang mga ito. Bakit kaya pinapatay ni former President Duterte ang laboratory chemist and workers na isang Shabu Laboratory? Is this not a story that just seems all too familiar? As early as 2004, former President Duterte had already been issuing kill orders to those involved in the drug trade. All for the purpose of what? Eliminating these people in the name of drugs or in the name of competition. Whatever the reason, patay pa rin po sila. Just like Colonel Asierto, Las Cañas also makes the connection between Michael Yang and the Domoy Laboratory. Las Cañas goes beyond the events that transpired during the raid of the Domoy Laboratory at pinapakita pa niya na si Michael Yang ang naging employer ng mga Chinese nationals working as chemists and workers in the laboratory. Las Cañas also mentions a certain Alan C., who was one of the Chinese nationals apprehended and later killed. Does this not sound familiar? This is just like the tale of 2 shipments, 2 separate yet parallel incidents tied together by the same personalities involved. Maaalala din natin na nabanggit ng isa pang resource person ang pangalan ni Michael Yang. Looks familiar, This web of connections among Michael Yang and his associates was presented by PDEA in one of our Quadcom meetings. Dito ay makikita natin ang connections ni Michael Yang with Alan Lin, Rose Nono Lin, Johnson Ko, Hong Jiang Yang, Eddie T. Yang, Willie Ong, all of whom have been the subject of our investigations before the Squad Committee, connected by corporations like Piley Holdings Corporation, Piley State Group Corporation, Golden Sun 999 Realty and Development Corporation, and more importantly, Empire 999 Realty Incorporated. Empire 999 Realty Corporation was discovered bago pa man lang binuo ang Quadcom. A corporation owning a warehouse in Mexico, Pampanga, where 560 kilos of shabu with an estimated cost of 3.6 billion pesos was discovered. The shabu entered the country through the port of Subic and was later on delivered to a warehouse owned by Empire 999. Madami at paulit-ulit na ang lumilitaw na koneksyon ni Michael Yang sa business ng droga. Pero nakapagtataka rin, sa gitna ng isang state policy called the War on Drugs, where thousands were killed, kahit sabi-sabi lang ang basis, wala pa rin nakakagalaw against Michael Yang. In contrast, naging maunlad at successful pa ang lahat ng kanyang businesses. We can all recall the Farmally scandal that made headlines nationwide. We find ourselves with Michael Yang yet again at the center of this Farmally scandal. Again, I will let these headlines speak for themselves. Key Farmally officials such as Wang Chuyen and Lincoln Ong were also quick to point fingers to Michael Yang as the financier and guarantor of the Farmally operations. The personalities we have discussed warned us very early on ang mga nasa posisyon noong 2016 hanggang 2022 ay sila mismo na nagdala at nagpalaganap ng problema ng droga sa Pilipinas. Pero ang mga warning na ito ay hindi natin narinig. They were drowned out with noise and systematically silenced and discredited. Colonel Asierto, for instance, categorically named former President Duterte, Bongo, and Bato de la Rosa as integral personalities in protecting the illegal drugs network in the Philippines. Worse, they serve as key figures in ensuring that large volumes of illegal drugs slip right through our borders. Asan ngayon si Colonel Asierto? Nagtatago dahil gusto siyang patayin ng ating former president. Incidentally, these are the people whose hands are on the purse and the sword of the Republic, and they have deftly used it. It is most unfortunate, however, that the sword was used to slit, stab, and slash the very people it swore to protect. We, the people. And the purse was used not to benefit the Republic, but to line the pockets of the few. Nilunod po nila ang bayan natin ng droga at kumita sila dahil dito. Isa sa mga right-hand man ni former President Duterte, sang-ayon kay Colonel Asierto, he branded former President Duterte as the Lord of all drug lords. Napakasakit po dahil Pidigong won on the platform of a hardline stance against illegal drugs and criminality. Siya pala ang mukha ng illegal drugs at kriminalidad. Colonel Asierto, Mr. Jimmy Guban, Mr. Las Cañas, and Mr. Taguba